this video about to be good, y'all. Listen to my words now. A love muffins is peace gold. You already know what time it is. You know when I played that ring the alarm. You know I'm about to call somebody out. And the person I'm about to call out, I'm going to call her out, but in association with a bigger group that always have tormented me and scared me throughout my whole life, because you know what? They're crazy. When people are crazy, you cannot mess with craziness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the person I'm about to call out, you already know who it is. You already know. One of my favorite shows is The View. And you know who's up there who should be nominated and is. I believe that she is the winner of the 2007 Weakest, Dumbest Link. And I will dismiss her by the end of the video. I will, in fact, dismiss her. And her name is Miss Sherri Shepherd. Miss Sherri Shepherd has consistently and constantly on The View confirmed the fact that she represents the crazy Christians of the world. There are some crazy Christians out there that you will look at them and you're just like, are you serious? Are you really coming to me right now and saying this? Have you really not picked up a history book in your life? Are you really taking the Bible and picking and choosing the scriptures that you want to follow because it makes it easier for you to be a Christian? Indeed. So I'm not saying all Christians are crazy. I'm not saying that. But love muffins out there, you know there are some crazy Christians that instead of focusing on their relationship with God, all they do is sit back and come and tell you what you should and should not be doing in your life. Okay? So Miss Sherri Shepherd represents them because one, there's some crazy Christians out there that are just stupid. They refuse to believe in things like, you know, like evolution, and they refuse to believe that the earth is round. Okay, let me say this. Evolution. You can believe in creation and evolution. It's not rocket science. They both can exist together, okay? So, I mean, and there's scriptures in the Bible to support that. Okay, I believe in both. Why can't you believe in both, boo-boo? Secondly, she's talking about she doesn't know whether or not the earth is flat or round. That is so basic. They teach people that either in first grade or kindergarten. That's like some basic stuff. What you need to do is go to that class that your children is taking and start taking them with them. You need to go in there and pretend as though you are there to support your child, but you need to be taking notes. You need to be in there taking notes along with your child, because you might be the stupidest or one of the stupid people I've ever seen on TV. And the thing is, it's not an act. It is not like Jessica Simpson. She really is stupid. She's dumb. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that was that. And then just this week, I think this week or early last week, she said that nothing predates Christians. So not only are we forced to deal with you on a daily basis telling us what we should and should not do, you're going to make up your own history book. You're going to say that Christians go all the way back to the beginning. And she said that, Adam, I think she said, was a Christian. No, he was not. Adam was not a Christian. Christ means to be Christ-like. And even though God, according to the Bible, had a son, he did have a son. But the thing is, like, Christ came to earth. And then that's when Christianity started. Then they believed in his teachings and they followed Christ. Christianity. Okay, even if they prophesied that he was coming, does not mean that it was Christians there before that point in time. Okay. Okay, so that's one thing. And then she has a nerve. This is the cookie. This is what made me do this video tonight. Because normally I'm trying to stay positive and things, and this is positive. People think that I'm so nice. I won't speak on it. I won't speak on it. And get right back, baby, when you wanna. So today she said that the topic was raised, what would you do if a teacher allowed your son or daughter to play with something that was not deemed appropriate by society for that particular gender? So, for instance, if your son went over and put on a dress, pulled out a little dress out of the little costumes that were there in the kindergarten room, what would you do? And of course, Sherri Shepherd was saying today that she would be upset. She would tell the teacher never to allow that to happen again, and she would tell her son not to do it. And if he wanted to wear a dress, he could put it on after he became 18 and moved out the house. And she is exactly the reason what's wrong with the black gay community right now. They have mothers that, and also, it's another part I'm going to get to though. But they have mothers that not allow them to express themselves, if in fact that was the way or a way that they could express themselves. But I would beg to argue, I would beg to differ in the fact that just because a child goes over and plays with a Barbie doll and he's a guy, or just because a girl goes over and plays with a truck or G.I. Joe, cannot directly be said, oh, they're gay, oh, they want to be a transgender. That is so not true. Children explore the world, and if a toy is there, they're going to play with it. You are the one that instills in them the stupid social construct of what should and should not be played with when you go over and say to them, oh, put that down, you're strong, and hit them or something, or chastise them for just exploring the world, right? And let me tell you, just because a child does that does not mean that they are gay or transgender, okay? And even if they did, do you think making them put it down, do you think chastising them their whole life is going to change anything that's going on inside of them? Being gay or being transgender comes from the inside, right? I have a natural attraction for a man, right? A natural attraction. Nothing you can do to me that's going to change that. Okay, a transgender he or she has a soul of the opposite gender. So they have a body, that's one thing, and a soul that's something else. Just because gay men, some of them may be effeminate like me, does not mean I want to be a transgender. Even though I'm very pretty and some people oftentimes mistake me for a woman, does not mean that I want to be a transgender, because that's about what's in your soul. My soul likes a man. I have a ding-ding that I like. I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to do anything with it. There are some transgender that keep the ding-ding and stuff like that, and they are transgender and stuff like that, and that's cool. It's all different types of stuff. It can get confusing, but I just wanted to say that, okay? Just because, I mean, people say that all the time, that, you know, gay men want to be women. That's not the case. Most of gay men do, I mean, you can't see that. You can't even tell they're gay. And Sherri Shepherd represents the type of woman that will go out and marry a gay man because she's stupid. She's stupid. Instead of connecting with the soul, she's looking for signs, how they have sex, how he acting. And she's so dumb. She's dumb enough to believe, like some Christians are, that, you know, that you can be a reformed homosexual. I want to say this again. If you haven't went back to my video that I did about reformed homosexuals, there is no such a thing. There is no such a thing as reformed homosexuals. And let me give you an example. I know I'm going on a rant, but I'm a rant. I'm going to give you an example. I was at the airport one time, and these two reformed homosexual Christians came over to me. They were reformed homosexual, both of them. She was once a lesbian, and he was once a gay. And they got together, and they got married, and they became reformed homosexual specialists. Specialists! Can you believe that? Okay. So they were sitting there, and there was a man that kept looking at me and kept like walking over to the bathroom and looking back at me and doing that multiple times. And I was like, okay, well, that's, you know, gay guys do that, you know, and people do that. That's not gay, but people do it. So he was trying to get me to come into the bathroom. So little did I know, they were after that, like 30 minutes after that has happened for an hour and a half, they came over to me and started asking me all these questions and saying that, you know, homosexuality is wrong, I can change it, they feel sorry for me, this, that, and the other. First of all, my problem with that is that there's enough gutter butt stuff happening in the heterosexual Christian world that you don't have no time. There should be no time left in your day to come over to me and tell me what I should and should not be doing in my life, okay? First of all, it's about you and your relationship. Second of all, you know, why can't you be an adultery specialist? Why can't you be covered thy neighbor specialist? Why can't you focus on people that are always stealing from their job? Why can't you focus on your husband that is gay, okay? So she was talking to me. I said, you know what, boo-boo? You know what, boo-boo? You need to check your husband, because your husband for the last hour and a half has been trying to get me in that bathroom over yonder. And yes, I said yonder. Trying to get me into the bathroom. So you're going to come here and say you are a specialist and you ain't even reformed your husband? Your husband right here who's sitting right beside you, that I can look him in the eye as soon as I'm sitting here today and looking at you in this camera, I looked him in the eye and I know he was a gay. Ain't no way in the world, nothing he could say. He was sitting there looking all type of stupid. I called him on it. And my thing is that the black community especially is not going to get better. Our issues are never going to get better if we continue to have people like Sherri Shepherd on TV being ignorant and dumb, discouraging their children from exploring and expressing themselves, however that is, not to say that playing with a doll or a truck determines your sexuality at all, because that's a social construct that kids do not understand, and that's not true. I don't believe that at all. Okay? You don't come out the womb wanting to go play with Barbie. You don't come out the womb wanting to play with a truck. You just play with whatever's there. Okay? And if you do later on, then maybe. I don't know. But I'm just saying that it could be and could not be. And Sherri Shepherd she has been nominated for the weakest, she's the weakest, dumbest link. First of all, she thought the world, she didn't know whether the world was flat or round. She said nothing predates Christians, and then she said she wouldn't let her child play with a dress because she felt as though that would determine his sexuality. Sherri! What am I going to do with you? All right. On that note, my video's getting over 10 minutes. Double kisses. Mwah. Mwah.